Alright guys, welcome back to the Supreme Collector. Today we have one of these long awaited ones that I wanted to do with you guys. We have the S.H.Figuarts Trunks. So, looking at the box here, right? I've got Trunks out there, obviously. And he's chilling on the wall, and there's some stuff I want to go over with him, but that's later. So, we'll take a look at the box here, right? We've got our dynamic image of Trunks here in the future. We got our sticker. By the way, I did get him at the same New York store that I got the Goku at. So they're recent pickups for me, but they're awesome nevertheless. It doesn't matter that they're a little late. They're fantastic. We got images of the figure here, the sword, the feet, Super Saiyan Trunks. We got the poses here we can do with the figure, and you know, we got the Japanese letters, or hopefully Japanese letters. I can't really read this stuff, so I can't say for sure. And we got the name here. So that's our boy from the future Trunks. So let's put the box down for a minute, and let's take a closer look at the figure. And man, this is a fantastic figure. It does have some flaws, as all figures do or can have, but they're not so bad. So if we talk about the flaws real quick, for me, I don't have that loose leg issue that many people do on the legs. Mine issue was the thigh swiveler. It was not working great. It was stuck. And the other part that I have an issue with this Trunks is, of course, the dreaded sword sheath that we've got here. And by the way, this doesn't come with the Trunks. This is one of the I guess the Spirit Damashi bases. That this was a fantastic gift given to me, I've got to say. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Trunks here. So yeah, those are the two issues with him. Is over here, and oh, here's the other issue. My knee was particularly squeaky, so I had to apply some silicone shock oil, and then my left kneecap came out quite a bit easily. So I haven't super glued it because I haven't had to. So if we take a look at the figure here, at the hair specifically, I do like that they're going back to the way they used to do Super Saiyan hair. Maybe not the same bright orange that you would get from like the 1.0 Vegeta Super Saiyan, but it still has like the brighter gold down the middle, orange-ish towards the platinum blonde on the outside, which that's really my favorite way that they can do the Super Saiyan with these figures. Now, when we compare this Trunks to our original Trunks, and I don't have the original Trunks, I have their premium color version, but if we compare them, there's a massive size difference, and as well as we do have an improvement on the hair, because this one has the hair that I just spoke about, and the original one has the metallic hair. As you can see right there, also significant size difference. As you see, this guy's straight up, and the other one's hunched over. And yeah, he's on a base, but even if you make up for it by putting him on, he's still like totally too small. So that's that figure. The other thing that I really like about this figure is the way they do the pants. Something about the pants just, it looks incredibly well done to me. I don't know what it is. It's just maybe it's the fact that I like wearing joggers, and this reminds me of joggers. But the way it folds up, and just, again, it might just be me, but I think the pants look really cool. Oh, quick to mention, the other common issue many people have is this bicep joint coming out, the bicep swiveler, not being tight enough. As a character who carries a scabbard on his back, or a sheath on his back for the sword, right? And this is not me saying this was on purpose, that it falls out so easily, but this to me is a blessing in disguise. And maybe not to all of you guys, but like I said, to me, I specify toward myself. I like that it's able to come off easier. So if I want to, I could super glue this, and then I just pop the head off, remove the arm, and take it on and off pretty easy. I don't want to do that because there's other poses you can do with him grabbing this. I don't know. I'd rather not do that. So right now I have this in place like this, and it's working out fine. So we'll be good for now. But we've got this beautiful angry face, and it does such a good job of looking like the anime compared to the other one, right? If we just compare faces here, big difference. I mean, this one has lines on the brow, it has lines in the eyes that are more pronounced. Um, Even the way the mouth is sculpted, the teeth, I think that's an improvement. Oh yeah. Now let's talk something about the accessories really fast, and then that way we can segue. So the sword for the premium Trunks is you get a regular sword and then you get this half piece, right? Now, the way it works for this Trunks is there's at the base of the hilt, right? The pommel is removable, and then you get the special sword holding hands. So you remove the pommel, you take the sword out, and then you're able to put it back in the scabbard, which that's cool, you know. But I prefer the old method only because I don't really want to scratch up the blade. Maybe you'd be like, oh, that's such a nerd thing, but you know, it is what it is. So there you go, it is what it is. So let's just get up into the accessories, okay? So we're starting off with the accessories. So I got my little baggie here of our Trunks accessories. So I want to start off first with the main head, or excuse me, not the main head, the second head, right? We've got this untransformed Super Saiyan Trunks head, and it looks pretty cool. It's a lot bigger than the one from before, from last time. And even if we compare the purple hair Trunks head to the original premium color Trunks head, we can see the size difference. Like this dude, hold on, let me get it. Like here, like this is what you can really see. This dude has a dome, right? But this Trunks is like a 14-year-old, and he's like 22 looking, right? I know in the story he's a lot younger than that. But we've got this head for Mr. Trunks. And it does look quite nice. I mean, you can't, it's undeniable that this thing looks nice. The way the face is printed, the blue eyes, the lines on the cheeks and the mouth, it's well done. And then if we look around here amongst my accessories, actually, no, I'm mistaken. That's the only face we get on regular Trunks. So it is one that does come apart. It's molded in yellow. So maybe it's gonna be like Gohan. We're gonna get, as someone else put it, DLC. The other thing it has is the down bangs for the head. So if we want to over here, let's pop this head off. Oh, there goes the scabbard. Or the whole pose. He died. Alright, whatever. So if we take our Angry Trunks head over here, right, we have the elevated, like, maybe he's powering up kind of bangs. So we can pop these off. And we just plug this headpiece in. And now he's just yelling, but he's not actually doing anything, right? With this one, it looks like he's yelling and powering up or flying through the air. He's about to cut Freezer in half. So I personally like the yelling face a lot more, so that's the one that I'm going to use. Let me just pick up my Mr. Trunks over here. Actually, let's get this off, since we're going to have to go over the articulation anyway. And we're still going over the accessories. So right here, right, this is a close-up at the sword. Yes, the hand is still attached, because like I was saying, the pommel here, that is where it detaches, and that's where you unpeg it. Boom, right? And then it's one of those that you just, boom, you put it into the scabbard or the sheath, and there you go. Now, let's look at this hand real quick. This is one of these sword holding hands, and he's got two of them, one for each. He also has the hands where he shoots the blast that disintegrates Freezer. He's got two of these. We also have the hands that shoot the burning attack thing. I mean, I'm just saying that that's what they're called. I'm not actually sure that's what they're called. He's got another set of sword grabbing hands too, by the way. So he's got two right hands to grab the sword and two left hands to grab the sword. And he also has like more grip-like hands. These are more, I guess, stylized hands. Yeah, I'll show you the difference. Let me grab this one and this one. So these are both of the this is the one that I say is the burning impact hand, and this is the more grabber hand. And then we have the two standard fists that most figures come with. And then let's just take a quick look at the faces, all really nicely painted. Or if there's any unnicely painted ones I haven't noticed. So let's start off with this one, looking off to the side. And then we have our looking straight on. And all of these have an angry look to them. None of them are actually like friendly Trunks. And this is a little more, he's either surprised or he just got stabbed, or like when Cell shoots him through the chest. I don't know. It looks angry, but more like angry out of pain or something like that. And then we got the Hey Freezer face. So that's our Trunks and his accessories. Let's take a look at this thing too, right? So this is how this fits in. And the other issue that people talk about is this peg. Excuse me, this peg right here on the bottom of this peg hole. It fits very loose. It doesn't hold. It tends to pop off quite a bit easily. So you can always super glue that. I wouldn't myself. I like keeping my figures how they are. Now, anyway, before I would have, but now, no. You know, other than slightly like adding maybe some shock oil or something like that. But yeah, I don't want to permanently freeze the figure, so I won't. Now, let's get into the articulation for our Trunks, and this is why I took advantage of the fact that Scabbard came off, because we're just going to go over the articulation. Actually, before I do that, let me address the loose legs. I know I said I didn't have them, and I don't, but so they're wobbly for me, but not as bad as I've seen them, right? You see that? It's not really bad for me, so I'm good with that. Maybe if the shoulder comes off during the articulation portion, we'll talk. So let's start off at the head. He's on that double ball peg, as you guys see, which is what they're doing now with their 3.0s. So his head doesn't look much higher up than that. It goes down really far, and then it's on the double ball peg, so you can get that tilt. Right, in terms of the chest ab articulation, it's really the top diaphragm right now moving like that for me. So it goes far this much and doesn't really go that much back, but all together it goes that much back and pretty far forward. So I'm an enjoyer of that. It does have that waist swivel. It doesn't creak like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then it does lean over side to side a bit. Shoulders. Well, let's go with the butterfly joint first. Because of the way the jacket is, it moves with the butterfly joint. Because of the way the butterfly joint is and the way the jacket is, because the jacket is combined into 3 pieces, or is made up of 3 pieces because it's cut here. It does have like this gap thing, but the butterfly joint works really well, and the jacket gets to move around with the shoulder. So as much as hate as it's getting, I mean, personally, as someone who likes, for example, even the Rebel text where you can see their articulation, I think this is pretty cool. I like it. So the butterfly joint allows you to get all that extra range in every direction, down, up, forward, and back. It does work pretty well. You're able to get two-handed poses for the sword. So his shoulder does go this high, way better than 90. He's got bicep swivel. He's got double jointed elbows. He's got the ball hinge at the wrist. And then we're going to move on to the legs. His legs kick up that high. And in terms of splits, how are we doing? Fantastic. We've got thigh swivel. It doesn't go all the way out, or maybe it does, but yeah. And then this one's still kind of stuck for me, and I don't want to mess with it. Like, I bent it and was able to get it to work. Bent it. I heated it up and I was able to get it to work. We got the double jointed elbow here. Knee, excuse me. It's so shiny because I may have applied too much silicone shock oil, so I've been rubbing it off slowly with what do you call those things? The Q-picks. And then the ankle doesn't really go up. It does come down. Has a decent rocker, pivot, and toes that go up that much and they don't go down. So pretty stacked in articulation, or maybe not stacked, but whatever it is, what you call this articulation, I think it does the job in letting you pose the figure Alright, so now that we got the figure all posed up now instead of on the floor and headless, let's do some size comparisons. I know he's crouched up and I posed him back to how I had him, but you've seen the size. If you know these other figures, you know, you'll understand how it fits, okay? So we've got the also ever tall McFarlane Batman over here. Always tall, he's like 6'5" compared to this dude, which is ginormous, alright? Always out of scale. He's always a standard we use for McFarlane. I'm not going to use the S.H.Figuarts Blue Goku. I want to use Trunks' father here. Ooh, that's tight. Anyway, the return of our Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, the better than Ultra Instinct / Ultra Ego transformation out here. As we can see, Trunks is hunched over, and he's still, you know, almost head to head with his dad. So he's a big figure. Vegeta is a short guy, but this Trunks is pretty tall as well. And if it helps, premium color Trunks is short compared to this Vegeta too. So I think it works. So there we have it, right? We've got our Super Saiyan Trunks. He's a fantastic figure. He does have his quality control issues, and maybe I have not suffered from the worst of them, which is why, for me, this is a pretty solid release. I do know all these QC issues that are out, but I got mine in early December, very, very early December. So I'm thinking that's why maybe I got the second batch that isn't so bad. So maybe if you get the second batch, if you're able to get them in person, then pick them up. Otherwise, you know, you're going to run that risk of maybe this dude can't stand or something like that. So always beware that that might be a possibility. But know this, if you get one that has good quality control, it's definitely one of the top figures. Even though he is pretty expensive, he does run for a pretty penny, like most Figuarts do when they're brand new. I still say he is worth it for your collection. I mean, he's Trunks. He's one of these main characters, or a character that has a big impact on the story. So, yeah, pick him up. Thanks for watching the review. Supreme Collector's out. Bye.